This would be Friday's work, day 9, the last math in your packet. It's adding mixed numbers. Some of the denominators are the same, some of the denominators are different. Okay, there is a little explanation at the top of the sheet. If you notice, there's only 6 problems. There's nothing on the back of the page, so this will go rather quickly. Same rules apply. You have to have your denominators the same. Once you make them the same, then you're going to add up your new numerators. Your numerators should change. If your numerators are not changing and you changed the denominator, then you forgot a step. Okay? Last but not least, once you add up everything, including your whole numbers, you should look to see if you need to simplify. This is the very first problem on the page. It's 2 1/10 plus 5 7/10. When you look, you can see that the denominators are already the same. It's like, yes, I don't have very much work to do. So that makes our life easier. So we're going to add up the fractions. 1/10 plus 7/10 is 8/10. And then 5 plus 2 is 7. So this would be our answer when we get to the bottom. What's the last thing we're going to check? Is it in simplest form? Are there any kinds of groups that we can break 8 and 10 both into? Okay, they're both even numbers. So right now we know we can break them into groups of 2. All right, so let's do that. Now, we're not going to do anything with the whole number. The whole number is not ever going to change. Okay, we are going to divide the 8 by 2 because we said we could put it in groups of 2. And we're going to divide the 10 by 2 because we can also divide it and put it in groups of 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. I went ahead and moved my whole number over with it. You can see it's still 7 from before, but the 8/10 is now in simplest form as 4/5. Okay? 4 and 5, the only thing they have in common is 1. And if we divide the numerator and the denominator by 1, that's not going to change anything in our problem. So that's how we know this is in simplest form. 5 is prime, so unless 4 could go into 5 evenly, which it can't, or 5 can't go into 4 evenly, we're done. The answer to the first problem is 7 and 4/5. If you look at number 2, the denominators are the same again. The thing that you're going to have to watch in this one is that you're going to get an improper fraction. And an improper fraction is where the numerator is larger than the denominator. Okay? We have to fix this. What do we know, kids? We know that we can take out, okay? We can take out one whole. When is this a whole? It's a whole when it's 4/4. Okay? So we're going to take out this 4/4, okay? And that would have moved over, and if there was a whole number here, you would have added it to your whole number over to the side, okay? So when we work that problem, 9 plus 8 is 17. And then 17 plus 1 would be 18. This would have went with our whole number section now. What would be left? If we take out the 4/4, 2/4 is going to be left. Okay? Now, what can we do with 2/4? 2/4, most people can look at that and go, oh, that's a half. And you'd be right. Some people are going to look at it and go, okay, they're both groups of 2. Let's divide this by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay? So when you divide these by 2, you're going to get 1/2. All right? So this had multiple steps in it. When you added those fractions together, you got something that was improper, and you had to regroup into your whole number, make it a little bit bigger. And then when we got what was left over, it was a fraction that could be simplified. Okay? So even though it's just 6 problems, those 6 problems have quite a lot going on in them. Okay? On question number 3, it's 8 and 2 as your denominator. We know that we can skip count by 2 and land on 8, so that's pretty easy. Number 4, the denominators are the same, so that cuts out a little bit of your work. On number 5, the denominators are 5 and 15. We know we can skip count by 5 and land on 15, and then see what goes on once the problem's different. And on the last one, it's 2 and 20. We know that we could skip count by 2s and land on 20. So in every one of these, either the denominators are not changing or they gave you one of the fractions that we needed to get to anyway because of the denominator. Snap me a picture or something if you want to make sure that you did it right or if you need help. Most of you remember how to do this. It's just multiple steps. So just pay attention, okay? All right. So that is Friday's work. And so technically, I will see you again on Monday and we'll start week 3. All right? You'll have a great weekend. Bye.